Hey guys, what's up? Austin Smith here with a review of the Sanrenmu 7037 folding knife. They say it's a camping slash utility knife. I'm not so sure about that. This one I haven't carried too much, but I have used it a little bit. It is a frame lock knife, as you can see, without any scales. So, or I guess it technically has the one scale there, but it does not have a second scale here, so it's kind of like the CRKT KISS, or it's the KISS, Keep It Simple Stupid, or the PEC, I believe is the other one, except much cheaper, and it comes directly from China. You got the Sanrenmu logo on the blade, and the number right there. You shut the knife like that. Let's look at the packaging real quick. The packaging is the same for all these Sanrenmu knives of approximately this size. You got the insert there, and this just slides out. You see the number sticker on the back because it's all the same. You get some lies right there, and you get a guarantee, which may or may not be a lie. I'm never going to use it. And then you get how to use, which is the same for all knives and for adults only, which I think is kind of funny, but you know, probably a good thing to put on the product. As you can see, the knife does not have scale here, so there's not much to talk about on the back. You got some kind of, I don't know the word I'm trying to look for there. Anyway, it's cut down for weight on the side there, because actually this is fairly heavy for the size it is. Got a pocket clip, which is a deep carry pocket clip. It goes all the way on the side there, and actually it's actually the same piece of steel as this piece of steel here. That is to prevent the blade from cutting you. And it is quite nice, and it does go all the way down, completely conceal the knife in your pocket except for the clip, except for the fact that it has this, which is supposed to be a bottle opener. And I might just take it off, because it'll work as a bottle opener, I'm sure, but that's not particularly useful. You can just throw a bottle opener on everything, but because you can doesn't mean you should. It's a frame lock knife with a thumb stud open. You have to use the thumb stud because the knife will not open unless you push the thumb stud down, and that will release the frame lock, because there is a second. There's a second? There's no first. Anyway, there's a little hole here which will click into place with this little stud here, and that will prevent the knife from opening. Meaning that if you shake it, not that there's really a place to shake it from, it will not open at all. And in fact, if you drop this, it probably won't open either. I haven't done that, and I don't really feel like doing it, so I will just hope that that is the case. There's a torque screw here to hold the pivot in, and then there's 3 little torque screws to hold the clip slash covering on. The stop pin here acts as a blade stop in both directions, so that the blade stops when it opens and stops when it closes, so that in theory you wouldn't be able to cut yourself anyway, but since you technically could slide your finger over here, and especially up here by the point, it would be a lot more dangerous. I am glad that it is there. It does not add much width at all, as you can see. It barely goes over the blade right there. The blade is chisel ground, which means on this side it is ground, and on this side it is not, which means it should lie almost entirely flat on there and prevent you from cutting yourself. As you can see, it works well, sort of. Open position seems like the least safe position. I guess when some people are using it, they could squeeze on this frame lock enough to get it to kind of close. And if they do barely disengage it, it does get caught by this pin, and that pin is super strong. I am actually pushing there. I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way in case it does close, but it's pretty much strong enough that you will definitely have time to put your knife back into position, or to take your hands away and close the knife. And if that happens to you, probably never use it again, because if the way you're using it means that you close that frame lock, that is bad. However, the way I use this knife, and have used it, or have used the knife, not do use it, I don't do that. The pressure from my finger keeps the frame lock in place. So it's definitely not a hard use knife, but it does work. Now, is it safe? Probably not the most safe. I mean, it is a knife, so it is a sharp object. It's not really safe in general, but this one is much less safe than, say, this Sanrenmu 7010 right there. It is probably much less safe than almost most of the other types of pocket knives you will buy. It can just cut something every now and then. The blade steel is 8CR13 MOV, which is alright, I guess. I haven't cut too much with it, but I have cut things. Let's see if it can cut paper. There we go. When you hold it at the right angle, it can cut paper just fine. I haven't used it too much though, and I can tell you from experience that 8CR13 MOV does not have the best edge retention in the world. So not the best at edge retention, but it's a pretty hard steel. It doesn't at all feel like it's gonna like it's brittle, that it's gonna break on me, or that it's going to just lose its edge after one cut. It seems decent. It's not great, but it is very decent, especially for the $10 price tag. This knife, I would say, would probably make a good money clip. You put your money in there, and then you have a knife and your money with you at all times, and a bottle opener, which would be great. You wouldn't carry this in your pocket with your money with the pocket clip, but that also does, since it is tip-up carry, you can just pull it out of your pocket like that, and you're ready to go. So it's got some good points and some bad points. It's probably not the best knife to have as an everyday carry knife. It's definitely not good to have in a survival type situation, but if you usually don't carry a knife but you do carry a money clip, and you can and you don't have a bottle opener and a blade on it like everything in the world does, this could probably work for that. It's not the greatest. I wouldn't recommend it. It's more of a novelty type thing. It works as a knife. It's good. If you just need to cut something every now and then. And it is very thin. So I like it, but I would not recommend it, probably. It all depends on your taste, really. If you think this is an interesting thing, you might want to try and find one and pick it up. It's just not that hard. Sanrenmu knives are pretty cheap, available in a bunch of different places. So yeah, thank you. Bye.